Hello, Mark Lowdy here, welcoming you to our special coverage of the launch of AMC Consultants in Singapore. The company is establishing an office here, having previously had many customers and many operations in this part of the world, now getting a foothold in this market. The pictures you're now seeing are in fact from the official launch. We had Michael Feller from the Australian High Commission and Senior Trade Commissioner Christopher Rees gracing the occasion, along with Patrick Smith and other dignitaries from AMC cutting the ribbon to mark the official launch. And over the next 20 minutes, we'll bring you more insights from AMC Consultants and also talk to Fung Chong Lek from the Singapore Exchange. First though, let's talk to Patrick Smith, who's Managing Director of AMC Consultants. Congratulations on the launch, Patrick.
Thank you.
When you decided to open an office here, I guess you couldn't have foreseen that gold prices would have come back so much, iron ore prices below $50, even energy prices, the barrel of oil as we're sitting here is less than $40 a barrel. Tell us a little bit more about the future that you see for mining beyond the quarterly or annual cycles of the prices.
Well, mining's a long-term business. It's a business that requires significant investment from mining companies, and it's a business for people who have confidence in the long-term future. So we find our clients generally are businesses that are approaching mining in that way, making long-term investments, making long-term decisions. So yes, there are ups and downs in the market. At the moment we're seeing more downs than ups. But companies that have set themselves up for the future will do very well, and companies that are still coming to grips, coming to the adjustments of the current market will continue to do so as the changes either being made out of their choice or being forced upon them by the market.
So in other words, now is just as good a time as any to open an office in Singapore?
Oh, definitely, yes. Our clients that we're working for around the world will be comfortable with the situation and making the decisions they need to be successful.
Well, share with us a little bit more about what your clients are saying about the current cycles in, or I guess the downward cycles in prices. You still find them as optimistic as when the cycle was at the upside?
Yes, certainly. We're doing some work with a gold mining company at the moment, and while they have made all the good decisions in the earlier years to set themselves up, and they're producing gold now and selling it quite profitably and quite successfully, they'd love to have a higher gold price, but they've got a 20-year mine life, and they were not going to let themselves get distracted by the minor variations that happen in the market from time to time.
Now, clearly, as I mentioned earlier on, you've been operating in this market for some time. What was the thing that gave you the final push to say, actually, we need an office in Singapore, and possibly not just in Singapore, but elsewhere in the world?
That's right. AMC has offices in Australia, Canada and the UK, and now also here in Singapore. And over time we're doing more and more work in what are our emerging markets in Russia, Kazakhstan, Latin America, and of course here in Asia. And we are continuing to try and service those markets on a fly-in, fly-out basis. And so as the business builds in those emerging markets, our goal is to be closer with a permanent presence so that we're better able to service our clients. So that triggered coming to Singapore.
And what do you expect the next year or two to look like? I mean, are you hitting the ground running and you've got some immediate customers to get on with?
Oh yes, we have customers that we've had for the last few years, which is continuing, new customers that we've obtained in the last year, and new customers that started with us just in July.
Now, as you know, Singapore is a resource-poor, people-rich country. All the resources arguably are in Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, the Philippines. Why did you decide on Singapore as the place to set up your office?
Well, we've been working with clients in Singapore and also clients that are in countries surrounding Singapore, where the connectivity is the financial services and the hub within Singapore. And over the last 6 years, we've been steadily doing more and more work with these clients, and we felt this was the obvious place to launch ourselves into Asia with our first Asian office.
And what are you telling those customers, those clients, about some of the big long-term demand drivers? What advice are you giving them about getting into the business now that China's economy, for example, has slowed?
Yep. Well, in most cases, our clients already have assets, already have projects that they're interested in. So they're not coming to us and saying, should we invest in iron ore or gold? They're coming to us and saying, we have a very interesting project. This is how far it's been developed. What do we do next? how can you help us take it forward to become more productive, more profitable, list on the Singapore Exchange? And so they already have part of an end in mind, and we are working with them to choose the best path for their success.
And for prospective clients, what do you tell them about the competitive proposition that AMC brings with them compared to other consultancies in the market?
AMC's a very established consultancy, generally of older, very experienced consultants, both gentlemen and ladies. Often we describe it as lots of people with grey hair and no hair, and a few people with very good barbers. And so we offer very experienced people who have lots of operational experience in mines as well as consulting experience, and can help the companies to find the best solution, not just an answer.
Because mining is a people business, isn't it?
It is, that's right. And we believe that our team is very well experienced and very well suited to helping clients to develop their projects to the success they're looking for.
All right, Patrick Smith, thank you very much again for your time. We'll let you get back now to the official launch. The Managing Director of AMC Consultants joining us here at the Singapore Exchange, where AMC Consultants has just launched its Singapore office.